Zach, given how much the running game struggled to kind of get going last week, to be able to almost get to 100 yards today and score twice, how big was that for you guys' performance today?
Yeah, that's on Coach Macdonald, and he was talking about just the run game is a softening process, so we kind of just stuck with that. Started a little slow in the first half, but the line kept attacking, and we were able to just keep it going.
Yeah, to be able to put together that 98-yard drive at the end, I mean, given how long it had been since you guys had kind of really got a drive going, to be able to cap it and put the game away with that sort of a finishing touch on it, what was that like for you guys?
Yeah, we always talk about closing the gate. So, for the offense, that was kind of our moment right there to be able to close the gate and go put 7 and, just be on the attack right there. And, I think we did a great job. Defense played a great game today. Even after that, they just continue to keep getting stops all day. So I give a lot of credit to the defense.
What's that do for you guys on the defense? It happened in the opener, too, where there's a turnover deep in your territory and your defense just gets a quick stop. How much does that kind of lift everybody up?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I say, I give all credit to the defense today. They're able to just keep us in the game. And offense, we just stayed poised, stayed with it. A lot of stuff we got to keep working on the offensive side. But, once again, I just want to give a lot of credit to the defense.
4 touchdowns in 3 games. You getting kind of used to finding the end zone there?
Yeah, that's the plan. Whatever it takes. That's just my mindset.
Was it good for you to see Kenny get a couple carries there late, given the struggles he's kind of had with the injuries and stuff last year, and to finally get a chance to play a little bit today?
Yeah, definitely. That's a guy who continues to work hard, and he keeps showing up every week in practice. So, it's always great to see any running back get out there and continue to perform. So, I love Kenny and love the work he's putting in. So, good to see that.
Zach, on your run, just can you take us through that? You go outside, then you see the end zone, and clearly nobody was going to stop you on the second touchdown there.
Yeah, we just had to do it downhill and hit it out the front side, and all I had to do was make one guy miss. So, as a running back, that's all you can ask for is a one-on-one. So, like I said, I give a lot of credit to line and tight ends, especially in that blocking scheme right there, and just allowing me to just get a one-on-one.
What state of this team, right? 3-0. You guys probably feel like you haven't played your best football yet, but still be 3-0. Just how you feeling about this team?
Yeah, we feel really good, but like we say all the time, we just got to keep sacking, and now we're looking forward to next week.
Is there anything specific about Ryan Grubb's run game that has allowed you to flourish as you have this season?
Can you say that again?
Anything about Ryan Grubb's run concepts that have allowed you to flourish this season as you have?
Yeah, we got a lot of different stuff, a lot of different motions on top of that. So there's a lot of misdirection, and, that just allows us to continue to attack and go downhill.
Are you seeing guys more get misdirected this season than they were last season on defense?
I would say it depends on the situation, but, yeah, definitely situational.
Your coach said last week that you guys need to find your calling card in the run game, to find out what you guys do best. Do you think you showed what you do best today in that sense?
I think we're still building on it. There's still a lot we can get better on. I think I still missed a couple reads. So, as a collective, we're just going to keep pushing and keep getting better in that aspect.
Anything else? Thanks, Zach.
Appreciate it.
Everybody good? Like a jacket cord.
I promise I didn't make the refs throw that many flags.
Yeah, okay, I will blame it on you then, when I get the penalty questions. Yeah, overall, just I mean, it was sloppy. Felt like a little bit, operation-wise, which we want to definitely need to address moving forward. But I'll tell you what, our guys played incredibly hard. You got complimentary football towards the end of the game in the red zone. I thought we played really great red zone defense, and then the offense, getting that backed up situation was redeeming, to say the least. And then going down and 98-yard touchdown drive to pretty much seal it was pretty awesome. So again, just the mentality, how hard our guys are playing. Felt like we played physically. The guys were flying around on defense. Place was electric. So our communication was on point, given how loud it was. So I think we gave their operation some trouble. The fans did. So shout out to the 12s on that one. Definitely boosted us on that one. But it's a great win. I mean, it's awesome to be 3-0, but obviously we got a big one coming up too. So we'll shift our focus after we celebrate today.
How much closer is today to where you want to be, Mike, defensively?
I thought we took a step forward today. The run game, I think they popped a couple runs, but overall I thought we tackled very, very well. Didn't feel like the catch and run stuff. I mean, it's such a dangerous team. The usual suspects, when they get their hands on the ball, you gotta take great angles. You need inside out pursuit. You gotta set the edge. I thought our front played incredibly hard, getting to the ball with a sense of urgency, which was really, really fun to watch and be part of.
You got more out of your run game than you did last week. What do you feel like was working there?
Yeah, we just stick to it. I mean, this is us. I mean, I think that's the message throughout the week. I mean, definitely you want to improve on the run game numbers from last week, but you can't panic. You gotta stay poised. You gotta stick to the process, and there's always going to be things that you're chasing from week to week. So again, I thought it was a step in the right direction, run game wise. Thought our guys tried to play physical, but I thought they did a good job, especially at the end.
You spoke several times in training camp about the growth that Derek Hall has shown here early in your time as a coach.
Yeah.
What are you seeing now these last few games? I mean, today it felt like he was living in the backfield.
Yeah, Derek played a tremendous game. I felt the whole front on how fast they were playing, but playing incredibly physical, incredibly hard, playing smart, and how we're hitting the quarterback. I mean, with no quarterback penalties, but hitting him legal, and he's playing. I mean, this is the type of player that you envision. He's a physical guy with that can set the edge and can drop when necessary. I mean, he's playing at a high level right now. So we're excited about Derek.
You mentioned the defensive front twice now already. For those guys to get the job done, minus Leonard and Byron for a lot of the
Yeah,
games.
it speaks to their depth, resiliency. Again, I thought the front, I thought they played a tremendous game. So all those guys, the coaches included, AD and CP and Hines, I thought they did a great job getting the guys ready to play.
You guys lost Leonard and Byron up front there too, to continue to play that kind of level from up front, given that they weren't out there for you. How what'd you see out of the guys that had to
Yeah,
come in?
I mean, that's the expectation. I mean, I think, you just go down the line. The guys that are suited up, that's how we expect our defense to play. And this is kind of like, okay, so they're down, next guy's rolling. Let's go back to work.
What do you know about the severity of Leonard's injury?
I don't know the severity of it. It's like a midsection thing. I don't know if it's a ribs or whatever, but I think we got it. I think we got a picture of it. I don't know what the results of that are, so we'll see here in the next couple of days.
And how about
Byron, he got a hamstring on a double team. Again, not sure of the severity. So we'll look at this week,
How big was the hold him to a field goal after the first quarter interception?
Oh, that's big time. That's big time. I mean, our red zone defense, I thought, was poised. We communicated well. Red zone, that's what wins you games. I mean, those critical situations, high leverage downs. But our guys have a great mentality. When they get in the red zone, the reason is not good. So you have to have the mentality if we're defending a blade of grass.
You talked earlier about the 98-yard drive. For Charbonnet to get going there at the end, is it kind of style runner he is? Is he a guy that can?
That's him. That's Zach Charbonnet at his finest. yeah, I mean, it's a 4-quarter game. So if the run game, just stick to the run game. Keep trying to move them, keep running the rock. Speaks to his mentality, the offensive mentality to go out and close it out.
With Jerome being out, you got to watch Tyrese play a lot, but Trey Thomas also got a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel about the way that those two played with having those extended reps?
I thought they did a nice job. I thought it was great to see Drake get some action. He felt like he made some plays. I felt those guys. I thought, it's not, like T9, he's just a poised dude, man. Like he's a rookie, but you don't look at it. You just don't feel it like that when you look in his eye. It's not too big for him. Thought he took a step, from the New England game. So he'll keep getting better. He's doing a tremendous job.
Looked like Kobe Bryant played some too. And
Yeah.
They were kind of mixing some things up.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. If you're doing a great job in practice and kicking butt, then we're going to find a way to get you on the field. So. Just speaks to Kobe and his work ethic, and just keep working at it, hammer at it one play at a time. Let the production speak for itself, and we'll figure out a way to get you out there.
Was there and right guard, you didn't end up rotating at all? Was there?
Yeah, we just felt like throughout the week, AB really earned all those opportunities, but it's kind of a week-to-week thing right now. We'll see. We'll look at the tape. I know, we had a couple where there's a holding penalty that AB had, but I don't really want to speak to like how well he played because I don't know for sure right now.
Mike, this is more of a general question, but as a defensive coach, teams are going more to light boxes to defend the pass, which is leaving opportunities open for the run game.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of a couple plays against New England, you guys have been pretty good at design runs with light boxes on defense. How do you balance?
You're saying we're on defense, we're good versus okay.
How do you balance the lighter boxes with still defending the run effectively?
Yeah, I mean it's that's the game, right? It's just how many opportunities you want to give them on the perimeter. I mean, if you stick a guy in the post, there's less people on the edge. That's where the ball's probably going. You got 2 guys back there. You got to be better in the middle. If you can defend the run and split safety, that's some high-powered stuff. It's not easy to do. There's a lot of stress on the interior defense and on your edge with your edge mechanics. Guys have to play multiple gaps, so it's heavy lifting. So it's not easy. You got to know who you're using in run fits and when you can use them. So it's if you can do it, it just gives you such an advantage. Now there's times where you want to play single high and we kind of call it accordingly there. But I love the question. More football questions.
Big picture, you guys are 3-0. The rest of the division's only 1-2. I know it's early, but having 2-game lead to start, that's got to feel good, right?
I'm glad we won today. I mean, it's like, yeah, we got a long way to go. It's a long season. We got a big game coming up, but we're not talking about like division. Our first goal is to win each game, and the next goal is to get in the dance. And then the next goal is to win the division. So. We're a long way away from there, so we can help our chances again next week if we go to Detroit and get a win.
Mike, do you think of Gino's day today?
I thought he played pretty dang well. There's he's poised. There's some things that weren't going our way offensively, and he just brings everybody along with him. And I think you speak like the drive at the end kind of speaks to our mentality offensively. It wasn't our greatest day. But, getting out, operating for the most part, I thought we did a great job getting in and out of the tempo stuff. And, I thought he played really well.
Another long catch for DK. I mean, just as an offense to have a weapon like that you can just, even a day when things aren't going great, to have him go like that was.
Yeah, I mean, I sound like a broken record with DK, but, I mean, at any point in time, you can put points on the board wherever you're at. So we love him. He's working his butt off. And I'm just glad that we get 14s on our side. I mean, he's a problem. He's a massive problem for defenses.
On that first interception for Gino, were you a little surprised that Ryan dialed up an empty play there, that deep back in the shadow of the goalpost there when he broke?
No, we had gotten the ball out, with enough space where we can pretty much run our. There's some things you don't want to run in those situations, but just a tough play to. Tough outcome, process-wise, I think we're all right.
Coach, it looked like you were trying to challenge a play around the DPI on Julian. Can you talk about what you saw there?
DPI. Help me out there.
Julian Love got
the one that on Spoon at the end of the quarter? Yeah, we thought that maybe the clock ran out at the end of the quarter, and that's what we were going to challenge. So, like, the play would have been dead. But our guys were on it. Initially, we thought we had a chance. We went back and looked at it. So we didn't challenge it.
Anything else?
Thanks, Mike.
you.
Tough.
Sorry, Kim.
So how fun was it to post up on Kendall Fuller on that one play?
You said how what?
How fun was it to post up on Kendall Fuller on that one sideline catch?
I mean, it was just football. Gino did a good job of extending the play and put the ball to where, only I could get it. So, I mean, it just speaks to, like I said earlier, his accuracy and knowing where to put the ball.
I mean, you're a big guy, you're obviously athletic, but how much have you worked to ramp up your catch radius to just become even more of a favorable target to your quarterback?
I mean, I'm a receiver, so I got to be able to catch the ball anywhere. So I'm always working on my catching ability.
There's kind of a lull for the offense in the second, third quarters, but to be able to go 98 yards late in the game, what did that do for you guys to put that drive together, get Zach going?
Right. I mean, the run game got going, passing game, we were able to complete some passes. But I think the one thing that helped us on that drive was we didn't put ourselves behind the sticks, so we stayed out of penalty trouble. I think that was the only thing that stopped us today was the stupid penalties that we had, false starts, holdings. But good thing we won, so, we can clean it up on Monday, Tuesday, and move on to the Lions.
You take us through the long touchdown and just kind of how you got open there?
Saw those cover two. Me and Gino have been working that certain route since training camp, and, it just came to life today.
DK, before that touchdown, previous offensive play, I saw you talking to the official there. Were you just getting clarification on something?
Yes, sir. I got called for OPI on a route the previous drive, and I was just asking him, what can I do if my route stops right there? And he said, just pick a side and go around them. So just got to continue to work that. I've been called for a couple of OPIs these first few games, so just trying to, help the team and be better in that aspect.
But then the next offensive play, you go out and you get the 70-yard touchdown. Is that how you're helping the team then?
I mean, shit, by running my route, yeah. And catching the ball, yeah.
DK, which one feels better? I know it's just football. You're a receiver. You're supposed to catch the ball. What feels better, the post up or the long double move?
Winning, because if we didn't win, we would have had a sour taste in our mouth after the second and third quarter that we had out there. So, winning takes care of a lot of mistakes, but you can't overlook them or sweep them under the rug. You got to be professionals and, be the type of team that fix those mistakes and, moves on and improves throughout the season.
Defense had another stop after a turnover like they did in the openers. When the defense is doing what they're doing, just as an offense, what kind of confidence does that give you guys?
It gives us a boatload of confidence when, they always got our back in that sense. And, we're not going to go out there and mess up on purpose by any means. But, with the type of defense that we have on our team, I mean, it just gives us the utmost confidence to go out there and just play free to where we can always lean on them. And, vice versa. It's going to be, a game to where they have to lean on us and we got to, answer the bell like they've answered it the first 3 weeks.
What's the confidence level heading into Detroit?
Steady. We can't get too high, too low. Like I said, man, we got to continue to iron out the mistakes and just continue to, lean on one another. So, we can improve from week to week and, hopefully beat the Detroit Lions.
Nice to see you guys really just be able to use the running game on that last drive too, with it down there.
Right. Zach came alive. Even Kenny in the 4-minute offense that we had to close the game out. The running backs came alive, and they answered the call when we needed them the most.
DK, thank you.
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
Derek, these last couple games, 3 games in, you get 3 sacks now, didn't have any last season. What do you feel like is really coming to life now for you in this defensive scheme to accentuate your strengths?
Yeah, I think the big part of it is just knowing what I had to attack going into the offseason and really honing in on that, being able to develop my pass rush and take it to that next level. Having a year under my belt, knowing what to expect, knowing how things are going to flow, having guys that trust in me like Boye, and then obviously, like you said, the scheme that Coach Mike has put in place for us on the defensive side of the ball, I think has allows the entire defense, but specifically the outside back, to be really, really effective game in and game out.
How big of an emphasis, Derek, was starting fast from the coaching staff on down this week?
Oh, man, that's emphasis. I mean, that's a big emphasis every single week. I think every single day we go out to practice, the biggest thing is to start fast and, continue to play on and then close it out at the end. So I think that showed really, really well today, just being able to go out, start fast, playing through our keys, and we knew that we were going to attack the edges and the alley, so being able to play confident, not let the eye candy bother you, and go out and play physical, and I think, we accomplished that really well.
Derek, you worked with boxing in the offseason to help your counter moves. Did that help? Have you seen that pay dividends in the game?
Man, yeah, just trying to figure out every little caveat that I can to be able to help me react quicker. And, I think boxing was one of those really, really big things. I did a little bit of it in college, but not the way that I did this offseason, so it's definitely starting to pay off.
Derek, that sack at the end of the half, I think the entire stadium kind of saw you closing in, but the quarterback didn't. How big were your eyes getting as you're kind of closing in there, and he didn't seem to kind of sense you coming there?
Huge. I think initially just being blocked by the tight end, being chipped, and then the tackle coming back, blocking me too, and I turn around and I'm coasting. I'm like, he still has the ball. And then just, taking that beeline and just that extra effort to be able to go and chase him down there in the end. That's what it takes, and that's part of the Seahawks DNA that we live by every single day.
Mafe kind of made a big year 2 leap. Is that something you've talked to him about? Have you got any tips from him, kind of what he was able to do from year 1 to year 2? And it seems like you're kind of doing the same thing now yourself.
Yeah, me and Boye are really close. He the one who helped me through all the rookie growing pains last year, giving me the way, with the littlest things where it comes to getting the guys food and, how to prepare, how to take care of my body. And, just being able to still lean on him a lot this year. And he talked to me a lot. We still talk about, the different things, especially when it comes to the game, and being able for me to see different things now and be able to translate that to him and him give me input back. I think that's the biggest thing, just being able to feed off each other. So, yeah, he's definitely helped me out a lot.
What was the hardest part of your adjustment last season?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was just really the speed of the game wasn't a big of a deal, but really understanding the game. Coming from college, I thought I was a really, really smart guy, and but you don't have all the shifts and motions and different things that you have now. Just learning personnel and different guys and different things that, are put in place to be successful in those plays and picking up on those and going out every single week and trying to hone in on that. And, little tips and tendencies to go out and be successful. So I feel like that's the biggest difference.
Are you guys how they're blocking you any different with the way Mafe has success he's having on the other side?
I don't feel like there's any difference in the blocking. I feel like there's definitely going to be something now. Just going out and having a solid game like the way I did. So being able to, expecting, chippers and 6-man protection, 7-man protection with the front that we have in general. So I don't think there was anything before, but I feel like now there's going to be change that teams are going to have to make across the league with the defensive front that we have.
You mentioned the physical improvements, been talking about the mental aspect of the game. But where do you feel like your confidence is at right now compared to last year? How much has this coaching staff helped really boost that confidence in terms of being able to pick up on tendencies from tackles and the mental aspect of the game in general?
I think it's night and day. Last year, I would say I was watching film more than studying film. And then coming into this year, on April 8th, first day we got back, coaches, I believe in you. You're going to have a really, really good year. Just continue to work, continue to put your head down, continue to prep. And, just having that belief and hearing that, from a new staff who knows nothing about me. They don't know me from a can of paint. I don't know them from a can of paint. And then coming out and seeing them trust me, day in and day out to go out and do my job and be successful. I think that's huge, playing in my confidence. And then, like I said, the mental side of the game, as far as studying, I think it's night and day as well. Being able to look at different things and see things that I think is going to help me have a successful, and then those conversations across the front with the guys like Boye and Jay Reed and different things like that as we go through the game.
Does it change your quarterback? Does that change a lot, or you just stay with the team? What effect does that have?
I'm sorry?
Does it change your quarterback? When the team changes the quarterback?
Oh, when the team changes the quarterback.
Yeah.
I think that's something you have to pay attention to. Obviously, we wish the best for Tua, but he wasn't able to play this week. And then you got Skylar Thompson coming in, who's been in the league and has experience of being able to try to contain him. And then you have Boyle come in and a solid guy who holds the ball a little bit more. Not as fast. So being able to pick up on those things and knowing who's at that personnel at the point in the game, I think is really, really big for us.
You guys were 3-0. You had 6 sacks, 12 hits today, and you've done it all without Uchenna. How good do you feel like your pass rush can be when he gets back?
I think he'd be great. One thing I can say about him, that guy still comes to work every single day and does everything he can to help the defense be successful off the field. Throughout practice, D-Hall, what are you seeing here? What are you seeing there? Like, how can I help you? And throughout the game today, he's coaching me. I'm talking about every single time, what you see, well, I think you can do this, I think you could do that. And that's just across the front. I mean, that guy's a leader. He's our leader on the defense and across the defensive line, and he's somebody also that I've really, really leaned on coming into my second year and just trying to have success. And, Chin is a great guy, great leader, great teammate, and I feel like when he gets back, it's just going to take another step.
Derek, thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Have a great evening. Hello, how we doing?
You just take us through the long pass to DK, kind of what that play was and how that broke so open the way it did?
Yeah, that was a play that we have been repping all offseason. Give DK the option to read that right there. If we get the coverage we like, he's going to, take the top off it. So, they're playing a low quarters on that side. They play half to the other side. We got the safety in the position we want him, and, he really bit down on the dig route, and then, DK was able to get behind him. I thought the protection was great, allowed us that extra second we needed to get the ball downfield, and that was a big play for us.
Is the purpose of that to put the safety spot, he can't change positions when Metcalf heads up field, he's already leaning the wrong way?
Just kind of knowing coverages, that safety's going to be in a quarters coverage. He's going to be more aggressive to any in cuts or any underneath routes. And so we try to take advantage of that, and the cornerback didn't overlap over the top. So we were able to get, the exact look we wanted. And like I said, DK read it perfect, and protection was great, and it allowed us to get the play off.
Speaking of DK, how about the post he was posting up Kendall Fuller on that deep sideline down?
Oh, yeah. That was a great catch by him. Great job to keep his toes in bounds. Anytime you got a DB with his back turned to any of our targets, but especially a guy, as tall as DK, you want to give him a shot there, and he did a great job right there. I thought that was a great play.
It felt like most of the second half it was a slog, the penalties, setting you guys behind the sticks. How impactful was it at the end to be able to overcome that and really put the game away with the run game, which had been stagnant for most of the game, to be able to physically punish them that way and to set the tone and really finish off the game?
Yeah, I thought Coach Macdonald did a great job throughout the week at talking about our run game and how, in his words, it's a softening process. It's not always going to hit early in the game, but you got to keep wearing them down and you got to stick to it. And I thought Grubb did a great job at continuing to call the runs that, we had advantaged looks, and then our O-line took over the game, really in the second half. One of the things we got to get better at is, just those laws, like you said. Started out fast. We wanted to do that. We wanted to come out and start fast, but then we say, put our foot on the gas. And I think that's where we got to take the next step is where, we're up 3 scores or 2 scores. Let's keep pushing the lead. And obviously their defense did a great job at stopping us. Two turnovers that we can't have. I've got to do a better job with that. But overall, just like the way we finished and, really just gutted it out.
How big of a deal was it, for the defense to hold the 3 points after the first interception?
And those type of things, when we talk about complementary football, those are the things we talk about. Situations aren't always going to be perfect. And, again, we got to eliminate the mistakes, and it starts with me. I got to eliminate, putting our defense in tough spots. But to see them go out and, not flinch, not bat an eye, go out there and put the clamps on that offense and, holding the 3 points. That's all the only points they got throughout the game. And then they had another big-time stop late in the game right before the big drive, So the way they're playing is lights out, man. It's going to give us a chance to win every single game we play. But as an offense, we left a lot out there. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm really pissed off at the way I performed. I think we got to get better.
Is there the first interception from the end zone, is there something specific you feel like you should have done different there? Or?
Shoot, man, just not throw an interception. Yeah. I don't know exactly what to say. It felt like the ball was just tipping up in the air today. But still, there's something I can do to make sure that don't happen.
Can you talk about what about the way Miami's defending Noah Fant that made him a bigger option today, and how important it is to put that on film and people have to defend that position as well?
Yeah, I think, the way that teams cover us, man, we got DK Metcalf, we got Tyler Lockett, Jackson, Noah Fant, Ken Walker. Zach Charbonnet, Kenny McIntosh, Farrell Brown, all our guys, man, they're all capable of making plays. And, the great part about my job is that it's easy because I just have to read the defense and get the ball into the hands of the playmakers. And I let the defense dictate, what it's going to be on that day. If they want to double DK, it's going to open up for other guys. If they want to double DK and lock it, then you got, matchups for Jackson and Noah. So I think all of our guys are more than capable, and that's the beauty of it. We got some unselfish guys out there, and at any given time, it could be a guy's day.
Maybe aside from the interceptions, what were you disappointed about in your game today?
Yeah, just the fact that we scored 17 points right there in the first quarter. I felt like we came out great, and then for some reason we couldn't just get over that hump, and I kept trying to push the guys like, hey man, we gotta put our foot on the gas. We gotta score more points, and I'm right at the forefront of that. I don't as I said, man, like, whatever it takes to get it done. I can't pinpoint it right now. I'll watch the film, but whatever it takes for us to get better and to push ourselves and to reach that next level, that next step that we're talking about, that's something that, I lay right at my own feet, and, I take it real personal.
What did that 98-yard drive mean to the offense after you guys had some challenges the last few games from that position?
Yeah, just the resilience that we have as an offense and really as a team. But if you look at this offense, man, like, anytime, we're stuck in a rut or, there's something negative that happens, right, I throw an interception, and the next play, touchdown to DK, right? So we have a resilient group of guys. We knew right at that moment, we hadn't been doing anything in the second half, really, after the first quarter. Our defense been playing lights out. We got to give them something. We got to give them something. We're backed up, but we got to flip the field. And I just thought we were determined to go out there and score, give us another lead, and allow our defense to play, just with that much more of an edge.
Big picture, you guys are 3-0. The rest of the division is 1-2. I think, as you said, there's a lot you could probably get better at. Just how do you kind of feel about where you are right now and kind of 3 games in?
Yeah, anytime you can win the games that you play, that's what you play for. And that's all that matters is that we win. However we get it done, I'm not really, particular about that. But, 3-0. It's a great start, but, we still got more games to play, 14 more. And, we got to lock in, going on the road to Detroit, another tough environment. But, we've been there before. So we got to lock in and make sure that, we put these games behind us because we already played them and get ready for the next ones.
How far do you think you are as an offense from where you may be or can be?
I think we're right where we're supposed to be. I think we've won 3 games. We've had our ups and downs. We've had our great moments, and then we had our not-so-great moments. And I think that's a good sign for us because I know that we're going to put it together and we're going to start clicking here soon.
You talked about resilience, but as a quarterback, some quarterbacks, if they have a bad play or two, they'll kind of go into a downward spiral. What is it about you, through your experience, where even if you just have to grind it out, you don't let those bad plays get you down. You put that into pushing forward more.
Yeah, I just think process over results. So trusting my process. I know I got 3 interceptions on the season. They've all been in the most fluky of ways possible. And I know I'm not, being reckless with the football. That's never my goal. But I trust myself. I trust my preparation. I trust the type of player that I am. So my confidence never wavers at any time, no matter what happens in the game, good or bad. But the process is what matters the most. And as long as I'm going through the proper process, I believe that, I'm doing the right thing.
Did the down moments earlier in your career kind of influence that and inform that about how you view the game now?
Yeah, I didn't have any down moments in my career, man. Like I said, man, I've been blessed to be in this position for 12 years now. A lot of people would love to be in my shoes. And so that perspective, I think, helped me not have down moments. And anytime I do, throw an interception or have a bad play, I just think about, hey, man, you're you, so be you. Simple.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
What's up, guys?
Kind of an interesting day for the offense, I guess. You guys start off so fast, kind of that lull, and then finish with that 98-yard touchdown drive. Just how do you assess the way it went today?
Yeah, obviously, we know as an offense that we want to eliminate those lulls. A lot of penalties, a lot of self-inflicted wounds that were killing our drive. So we'll go back to the film and keep improving on that stuff. Just continuing to gel together and get better as a unit. So we were able to come out of the game with a win, but obviously we know that we have a lot to improve on and lots to still get better at. But obviously gaining those wins in the process and still being able to learn and fix those things is a good thing.
How big of an emphasis was starting fast from the coaching staff this week?
I mean, yeah, that's been the emphasis from the start, from game one. So hopefully we can keep that going. I think we jumped up on them a little bit, but we had the opportunity to, being up 17-3, that next drive is like a real opportunity to kind of like put your foot on them a little bit, and we failed to do that. But, we'll get it going. We'll get it figured out.
You missed some time with an injury in training camp.
Mm.
Where do you feel like you're at right now with this offense? And today seemed like you were much more active in the passing game.
Yeah.
But do you feel like now that you're getting back into the swing of things after the first couple games?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, being out a little bit in training camp, it didn't help me. I mean, obviously, I like getting reps. I like getting into a routine and things like that. But it's all, missed a little bit of time. But kind of getting back into the swing of things a little bit, which is nice to feel. And getting involved in the offense, which is really cool. So I'm excited. Looking to keep building. Still have a lot to work on. Still have a lot to improve on and kind of get to where I want to be at. But today was a good start. So.
Good to have Farrow back out there with your group, help it out.
Oh, for 100%. I mean, Farrow. I mean, you look at the first drive and he plants Jalen Phillips in pass protection. It's like that's huge to have that component. Him, AJ, having a rotation and getting guys in and especially in the run game. Like Farrell's like Mauler in the run game, and he really puts it all out there. So I was super happy to have him back and kind of relieve some duties in different places and kind of exploit something that he's really good at. So that was really cool.
Good. Thank you, Noah.
Yep.
Thanks, Noah.
How you doing?
Good.
Good, man.
Hey, Tyrell, you get to start your first game alongside Tyrese Knight. How do you feel like he has progressed here early in his rookie season and the way that he's handling NFL playbook, dealing with NFL offenses like Mike Macdonald?
Yeah, I mean, he does a good job. He's an even Steven. Nothing phases him. He's in early. I actually got a text from him last night at like 10 p.m. Hey, you send me a play, and I was like, hey, you got this, you got that. But I'm so proud of him, how he came out and played his butt off. And the sky's the limit for that dude. He keeps stacking them each day, and he's a pro. Like, it's so rare for a rookie to be a pro, but he's a pro. He has to keep stacking and keep learning, but the sky's the limit for that guy.
How are you feeling after that fourth down stop there on the goal line in the fourth quarter?
I feel good, for real good. It's good when a team is knocking at your door for four downs and you don't let them in. So I'm just so proud of my defense, and these guys are just so resilient, man. That's the word that stands out to me today, just resilient. So I feel good. There's still stuff that we need to keep getting better at, run game wise, but 3 points on the board, I take that any day. Well, should be a donut, but I'll let it slide.
What did you see on that sack you had?
What'd you say?
What did you see on the sack you had?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Coach Mike. I mean, he's shown that formation throughout since I got here. He said, hey, you see this formation, you go. I trusted him, and I made a big play for my team.
You guys have had 3 times this year after a turnover, the muff punt, where in week 1, where they're right there knocking on the door and you guys get a quick stop in the field. How much pride do you take in those situations?
You got to take a lot of pride. Like, no one scores on you. No one knocks down your door. You gotta stand. Like I tell the guys, like, you gotta stand on your 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it just shows how resilient the guys are, and I'm just so proud of everyone.
How much this should have happened in this situation? Defensively, are you thinking this should have been the performance what you expected to do in a situation like today?
What do you mean? That's like should have
This is the standards you guys are setting.
Yeah, I want a donut up there, a 0, but 3 points in the NFL. I mean, if you hold each offense to 3 points, each game, you're the best defense ever in this whole entire world. So I'm just so proud of the guys, man. I'm just like, just thinking back at like this week, man, just like guys are dinged up and, and just they're coming to work no matter what and not using excuses, just being a pro, man. And that's another word that comes to my head. Just being a pro, guys came and they were ready.
Dolphins go 1 for 15 on 3rd and 4th down.
What?
1 for 15. Dolphins.
Wow.
How does that happen?
I didn't know that, but like that's good. Like that's like 1 for 15. I mean, that's good. It doesn't matter who's at quarterback. 1 for 15. That's just so amazing. I mean, that just goes to show how much work these guys are putting in. Like not even like the work, but the quality of work. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell the guys like quality over quantity. It doesn't matter how much you put in. It's how you're putting it in. So yeah, just 1 for 15. That's crazy.
When you look at their skill players, obviously Tyreek and Waddle and their running backs. How much were you looking forward to the challenge of that, and what allowed you guys to contain their speed the way that you did?
Yeah, man, I was looking for a challenge. I mean, being the AFC East, I just have so much respect for those guys. And, even beginning of the week, I told the guys to put the track shoes on. And guys, we put our track shoes on today. We were in the Olympics. These guys, we were running to the ball. We were meeting each other at the ball. We were trusting each other with the angles and stuff like that. So, like I said, bro, like just resilience, being a pro, and just stacking each game on game. Last week we didn't play well, and I told you guys I was honestly pissed off about that. And you see how we responded today, and we just gotta keep stacking it. 1-0 for this game, for this week, but we gotta go 1-0 again. So after tonight, this game don't mean nothing.
You guys face some tough offenses coming up with some good quarterbacks, starting with Goff next week, Allen after that. How do you feel like your defense is prepared for that?
Yeah, we're prepared as much as we can. We don't know how much prepared we are until we play against them. You know what I'm saying? See how good we play against them. But I think the guys are just ready. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. Everyone's nameless, faceless. Anybody can get that work from this defense. I don't care who. Like I said, Tom Brady. Anyone can get that work. So yeah, I'm just excited for these guys, and we gotta keep stacking.
What did you feel when Leonard Williams and Byron Murphy were out for the entire second half? What did you see from the play from the guys in front of you, and how important that is for linebackers in general without having those two focal points up front?
Yeah, that just goes to show you how like the depth on this team is crazy. Like I didn't realize like B. Murph and Leo was down until I was like, oh shoot, I don't see 91 or 99 and so this goes to show how much depth we have on this team and how much guys stay ready, no matter what. Doesn't matter you're a third string, fourth string, Patty O'Connell today, he stayed ready. He knew he was activated yesterday. So it's about the being a pro and practicing no matter if you're up or you're down. So I tell guys practice like you're starting each week. Because you don't want to have any regrets. So I think the guys, had no regrets today, and like I said, I'm just so proud of everyone.
What did you feel was better about the run defense today than last week?
The little details, eyes, feet, hands. Not only just hands, knowing where to place your hands, being very detailed about that stuff, and just guys getting to the rock. We were pretty, like Jay Love said last week, we were pretty sluggish, but we weren't sluggish today. Guys came ready to play. People were pissed off. So I'm glad to see how we responded to that.
Some things were said about complimentary football.
Mm.
You guys were flying around per usual. When the offense is stalled and not doing that, what does it look like to pour into them? What is that communication like?
Yeah, man.
How do you keep them on your level, getting back to them?
Yeah, that communication comes from action, which means getting a 3 and out. You see where I'm coming from? I love how you said complimentary football because people don't talk about that enough. Because every single offense isn't going to be scoring every drive. Every single special teams aren't going to have the best field position. Every defense aren't going to let up a touchdown. That complimentary football is just having your brother's back. You're okay, that's that, and this is this. We gotta go out there and handle our own business. And so we, like I told Gino when I ran out, I was we got your back. So how you get your back? Go get a 3 and out. Go get a takeaway. Go get a strip sack, and you put the ball right back in number 7's hands.
Seems like you guys are playing more free, and it looks like it's easier. Is it?
Easier as in what?
It just seems like you guys are out there playing a little bit more easy, a little bit more free, a little bit, a lot of communication and things like that. Is is it getting easier as the week go by?
Oh yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it's like I said, chemistry. Like everyone has, well, except for you. I mean, has been in a relationship and have kids and stuff. I love you though. You're one of my favorites. But like, chemistry takes over time. Being in a relationship for a year, and then 2 years, 3 years, you see how much growth that it takes to get to where you want to be. So that's where this defense is headed and stuff like that. So I'm excited to keep growing and building that relationship with these guys. I love you though.